Hi, it's Bryan Newman with the Spotlighted Business Owner Show and podcast. And we're thrilled to have Crystal Gonzalez. Hi, Crystal. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Brian?
Yeah, good. Good. I'm so excited to have you on here. I know I've only known you for a short time. And boy, in that short time, I've realized like how knowledgeable you are. And you've got such a great business that I want other people to learn about and meet you. So, but before we get into it, can you let people know how did you start your business and how did you get into what you're doing?
I started my business. Well, I found a need in the market, right? I opened my first businesses in my 20s, and I just found that there was this big need, and that need actually started with me. So I had a need that I wanted specific things, people there, um, support that I needed that I wasn't able to find. And so I had a desire to create that type of business for other business owners. And so I started just with the idea and kind of put pieces together and pondered over how I was going to launch my business. And so that's kind of the what motivated me to get my business going, and be able to really help business owners where they're struggling because the odds are really against them. The statistics say that that they're going to go out of business pretty quickly, and so I just wanted to put together that special recipe that could help them potentially beat those odds and be able to actually stay in business and be connected with the right people and the right tools to do that.
Oh, okay. All right. And you're doing a great job, by the way. No, really, I was thrilled that, yeah, when I met you, it was about being a vendor at my last event that I held. And
Yeah.
then the next thing you know, you're joining my group, the 101 Referral Network, as a VIP member. And yeah, so I've gotten to know you. And God, again really amazing. But I know yeah, we've got a few pointers that we want to get across. I know that recently you wrote an article on LinkedIn about
Mhm.
networking groups and how when they evolve, digitally, like how important digital visibility is. What
Yes.
should owners look for when choosing a networking group today?
Yeah, so yeah, that's something that has I've noticed throughout the time that I've kind of been visiting, and I've joined and been a member of some local networking groups, and I found that these networking groups could be providing so much more value to their members, and I wanted to really bring that on as a topic to discuss and kind of help them to see and also help members to see, like, it's important that you need to make sure that the networking group you're a part of or considering joining is really helping you and supporting you in your online visibility, not just what happens with the doors closed with just the small group of people you're with. It could be generating great referrals and great business, but there's so much more potential in joining groups, networking groups that are actually supporting their members and highlighting them and calling and tagging them and really showing them online, because we have this invisible network of audience of people that we really could be, marketing to. And I think that even networking groups should be having educational moments where they're really teaching their members what to do. They could be featuring them, they could be recording them when they're in their networking groups and using that content, giving that to the members or helping the members to be able to publish that online, and just really like creating the ability for members to really be seen online, not just behind these closed doors where they're at. And I think that that's just a huge potential that I think that they need to take more advantage of learning and doing this and partnering with maybe digital marketing companies that can help them on those educational moments if they don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, a lot of that I do that. And I know
Yeah,
in your article
absolutely.
you pointed that out,
Yeah,
and
that's what I pointed out in the article, because that's one thing that I've noticed that helped you to stand out to me, right? You reached out to me, someone referred me to you. And initially I was like, oh, I'm not sure about it. I hadn't had a lot of time. I was so busy. You're like, I want you to be a
uh
vendor. And then I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is what I've been searching for, the online visibility, how much you teach and you coach the members of your group. And just, because you have really no requirements. You have no, that's the other thing that's so crucial is like some business owners need visibility. They need to be a part of these networking groups, but they can't meet the requirements of the groups because some of them have a lot of rules in them. And so it's just not possible. And so what you're doing is just it's just so amazing, and everything how you're educating, people out there that are your members on what they can do to really engage with what's going on and really spotlight themselves. You spotlight them, but there's so much more potential. Like I see people out there commenting on posts, and there's ones that do it all the time. Like you're highlighting members and say, welcome them, or on renewals, whatever it is. But there's a small few of them that are out there that consistently do this. And just by consistently showing up for other members, and showing that you're there and you're going to do this consistently brings tremendous value and visibility to you as a business.
Well, all I know is, yeah, we've been doing it for 15 years, and it seems to be working. A lot of people are making connections. But let me keep going. I know,
Sure.
yeah, we had spoken before. You were actually a guest speaker at my last meeting, and someone in the crowd, that was me, had asked a question about to someone else how often social media websites are updated. And
Yeah.
I know that they said 3 years is the average. And
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, what did you think about that, and how does it apply to social profiles also?
That's a great question. Yes, I did hear that asked. I was a little thrown back because it's strange, and I think a lot of even marketing companies out there that aren't really like so involved in the what's going on with the movement of AI are not recognizing how fast everything is moving. And so 3 years to me seems like, it seems like it needs to be sooner than 3 years, just because, like, for us as a company, we're constantly reviewing our website, updating our website, making sure that it continues to stay on brand with what we're offering. Our offerings are changing, our special offers. And so, as a business owner, if you're really looking to grow, you need to really be working with whoever is working on your website or helping you with your website to be constantly updating it. But at least I would say every 6 months to a year. Even a year, I think is pretty far out there, because you really want to be like evolving with everything as it's moving. And there's a lot of things that go into a website.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of changes. I meet with my web designer every month, and we're constantly updating things.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, I wanted to ask, what are the biggest mistakes you see businesses making when it comes to like answering phone calls, following up with leads, and managing customers? I know you're an AI expert. My God, when I've talked to you before, you can run circles around most people I've ever met. But yeah, what do you think of that?
Um, so what I see the mistakes that business owners are making is, one, they're not answering their calls. They're letting them go to voicemail, especially if they're in the trades or in a business that's actually marketing, doing like paid ads, paid advertising. Nowadays, these ad companies, these like Google and so on, they'll sell you're going to get charged for the lead coming to you, whether you get back and are able to provide them with a quote or you actually make the sale. They're giving you that lead, and they give it to not just you, they're giving it to other companies as well. There may be 5 companies that are also getting the same lead. So it's really important that you're answering the calls, that you have a system set up. If you can't answer that call, we work a lot with AI agents and setting up phone reception services, live and AI. It's just can be hybrid, but I think that that's important. Also, keeping up with customer service is super important as well. These are things that we help with. We help support businesses with those things that could be falling through the cracks on the back end. not just with AI assistance. Some companies are hesitant to implement AI, but what we do is we really can put in a hybrid system. We can really build it custom to what the business needs. But that's really where we see that we can really be a value and help to business owners.
Oh, okay. All right. No, what's one thing an overwhelmed business owner should stop doing themselves? I know there's a lot of small business owners that are overwhelmed because they're doing everything.
Yeah,
They're doing the marketing, they're doing the sales, they're doing
yeah.
the hiring,
Hmm.
firing, they're doing, and then they have to perform their services that they've been trained to do over the years. But when should they reach out and consider support?
So, some of the things right away that I would say that business owners should be offloading would be scheduling, answering the phone calls. Those are important. Checking your email and responding to emails. We have assistants that help with that. That can be delegated right away, even as simple as just saying, this is Brian's assistant. He's busy, but I want to make sure I get back to you right away. How can I help you? Or something like that. Like we can implement ways that can really just help us stay on top of things. It doesn't have to be an automated answer. Um, but I would say that those are critical things and they're easy to offload that can be done. There's other strategies and things that we can implement based on what the business owner really needs and what they have in place. But offloading those things would be really helpful for a business owner. And as to when they should bring somebody on, if you're overwhelmed in your business and you're trying to handle everything yourself, you're stunting your own growth. You really are. The sooner you can get someone in there and get a team in there or get us in there to help you and kind of figure out how we can help you offload those, or you can hire someone to help you, is this the it's going to help you propel you faster to be able to grow because you're going to be training them. We're going to be helping you train them if you work with us so that you can actually grow. And you need these to delegate this stuff so that you don't have to do it, and they need to learn it. They need time to learn it. So don't wait until you're like overwhelmed and super busy, because you want to be able to train them and teach them as your business grows. That way, when real growth is there, real opportunities are there, real prospects and leads are coming in, you can really handle everything and really maximize that.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's interesting because I know it seems like there's a lot of companies that have implemented that, and I see the advantages. It really is tremendous how it can free up people. And I'm guilty of it myself. I know I meet a lot of people and I just don't have a lot of time to get back with them. As far
Yeah,
as, like I'll meet them in my meetings, but I don't have a lot of time to follow up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of crazy. Crystal, can you let people know what's the best way to get in touch with you if they want to talk to you, if they want to see all the services that you provide? Where should they go?
Sure. They can go to my website at cgxvirtualsolutions.com. If you're wanting a growth assessment, I do those free. You can sit with me, you can schedule with me right there. We can do a free growth assessment. I'll assess your business and kind of help you and show you what is needed to help you grow. And I also leave you with a free report. It's yours to keep whether you want to work with me or not. I just kind of want to show you how you can get the needle moving the quickest. Also, I have a YouTube channel, AI and Tech Tuesdays. It's AI Tech Tuesdays on YouTube. If you're interested in learning more about AI and tech and all the greatest tools and things out there and cool things coming, I invite you to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's pretty much it. I have a Facebook page, other social media handles, but you can see them all on my website and connect directly from there.
Oh, okay. Can they call you?
Yeah, you can call me. The number's on the screen here. If you look under my profile, you can reach me at 602-671-2335.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, so I know we were chatting just a little bit before the show started, and I know you've been very, very busy. And
Yeah.
can you let people know what exciting things are on the horizon for CGX?
Wow. Some really cool things. So, I'll be in Dallas, Texas this month. I'm going there to put together and work with in a mastermind group I'm in, where we're going to be building actual AI agents that are really autonomous, that are taking in actually able to do different job positions in your company. So that's going to be really cool. And just it's exciting in a way. Things are gonna be changing very quickly. They already are, but I can see how things are gonna evolve over the next year, like with AI stuff, because we're really at the front lines learning this stuff before it actually gets rolled out to you guys. And so that's really exciting. I'm going to be in Newport Beach at the very end of the month working on the framework for writing my own book and putting together
Wow.
what I need to start doing some speaking opportunities and keynote speaking and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. And then later this year, High Level has a huge level up event, and that's the CRM software that we're using and that we use in our agency. We are an agency with High Level, and so that's going to be really cool because I'm also a VIP member there. So those are some big things coming. There's some other things. One more thing I will mention that hasn't even been announced yet is that I'm going to be doing a training here with a local association you'll learn about here soon, where I'll be offering it's a three-part series of training, a 2 hour in classroom. I'll be training it on AI agents, how to build them, how to set up a CRM with messaging and building out your brand voice. So watch for that. That's coming up to be announced soon. I can't tell you where or anything like that, but I will tell you it's coming up and it's really cool. So I'm excited to be able to teach that for the first time as well.
That is so cool. That's really cool. Yeah, no, so again, get in touch with her today. Call her 602-671-2335. And what's the website that they can go to?
It's cgxvirtualsolutions.com.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I love your logo, by the way.
Thank you. Which one? The one on my hat?
The CGX, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
one
it's
on my hat.
really,
Thank you. Thank you
yeah, it's
so
really
much,
cool.
Bryan.
But yeah, no, so again, thank you for being on the show. And if you
Nothing.
get a chance, reach out to her. She's a wealth of knowledge, as you can see. She's a dynamo. Yeah, oh my God, you got so much energy. And she's got some great ideas for business owners to accelerate and grow your business. So thank you so much for being on. It's great to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thank you, Bryan. Thank you.